Skate with the Mavericks going on here as we're about to close out the broadcast for the night and the weekend. You see the Mavericks, despite again that valiant effort in the third, trailing 3-0 to start the third. They come back to get the equalizer late in the period, but actually even a little bit later, that goal by one of the more dangerous guys in the conference. He showed up big time tonight, actually all weekend. Gerald Mayhew, he puts in the game winner with about a minute remaining, and Dan, the Mavericks on the short end of a 4-3 loss.
Well, and when you look at this Bulldog team, they did not have Gerald Mayhew for 3 of those games that they lost, and clearly when you see him, he's a difference maker. And when he's got the puck on his stick, he's very dangerous. And as you saw it in the first period, or in the second period and the third period, he has the ability to take over a game as he did. And very unexpected goal. I'm stunned the Mavericks gave that one up because they had all the momentum in the world, and it just sometimes you make that one extra mistake, and they did it tonight. 3 defenders back, but Mayhew gets the game winner. The highlights we'll start off with maybe one of the bigger plays of the night. The fact it's a no goal because the Mavericks, as you just heard, didn't score here, and then Mayhew comes back to open up the scoring. Right, so you get a look at it here, and again, the Wild scored on this exact play. And we'll get a look at it here. You can decide for yourself, but the Wild scored a goal, and I think that's a goal myself, but it doesn't go in. The officials, I'm not surprised that they made that call. We go to the other end, then Gerald Mayhew makes it 1-0 at 4:22 from Loney. His third of the season, Mayhew's third goal of the season. It's 1-0 Bulldogs. A minute, 17 seconds later, Andrew Durantes from Tyler Andrew and Chad McDonald, even strength at 5:39, and it's 2-0 Bulldogs. Then on the power play, it'll be Mitch Maloney, his fourth of the season from Killenus and Lowney at 19:31 with just 29 seconds to go in the second period. It's 3-0 Bulldogs, and it seems like they're going to have an easy walk through the third period, but that was not the case.
Mavericks will get the scoring going here halfway through the third as Banco just drives one from the far board, somehow gets past Kapelmaster. At that point, it's a 3-1 game, and then the Mavericks would have the opportunity with a 5-on-3 power play. They don't score during that, but during some frantic play there at the side of the net, Hunterbrinker is able to pop one through at 16:42. That was an empty net extra attacker goal. That would make it 3-2. The Mavericks would continue the pressure, however, and then a late turnover here in the zone, and McClure gets Kapelmaster out. Makes it a 3-3 game with about 2.5 minutes remaining. We think we might be set for overtime, but then Mayhew's, you see him skate through a few Mavericks defensively. Huggins unable to make the save, and that's the game winner with a minute and a second remaining in the contest.
Just a heartbreaking goal to give the Bulldogs the victory, and they're going to get on the bus and go back to Big Rapids feeling pretty good about a victory that could have slipped away. Shots on goal, Mavericks win that 31-22. The power play 0 for 6 on the night and 0 for 11 on the weekend. 33-24 in faceoffs. That's a huge factor for time of possession.
You heard Mike Hastings talk about those attention details. The faceoffs and the power plays looming hard and huge tonight. Play of the game was the goal by McClure. That would tie it up. J. Beal Real Estate Group and J. Beal top floor play of the game. The J. Beal Real Estate Group, they do the little things that make a big difference. We have a chance also here as we'll take a look at some of the out-of-town scores from around the WCHA and around collegiate hockey this evening. As again, Skate with the Mavericks continues to go on here in downtown Mankato.
So Alaska upsets Lake Superior State in overtime. That's good news for Maverick fans. Tech is back in the winning track. They won 2 in a row over Northern Michigan this weekend, 5-1. Bemidji shuts out Alaska Anchorage 4-0. Bowling Green with their first victory of the season over Miami, Ohio. They get a split there. And St. Cloud beats Huntsville 5-2. UMD shutting out North Dakota 3-0, looking for that weekend sweep of the number 1 ranked team in the nation. The Gophers came back down 2, scored 2 goals in the final minute of regulation. It's a 2-2 overtime tie. Western Michigan and Denver tied at 2 in the second. Wisconsin beats Clarkson 5-4. It's BC over Mass and UMass Lowell over Nebraska Omaha tonight, and Dartmouth over Michigan 3-2.
So, Dan McCarger, the Mavericks will have to regroup a little bit before they make one of their longer road trips of the year. Of course, the Alaska trip's always big, but now they have to go out and take Lake Superior State, a team that lost, a bit of an upset tonight, but they go to Sault Ste. Marie, Michigan to take on Lake Superior State in a big WCHA battle. And then our next game's back here against the interstate rival Bemidji State.
And that's a team that you're going to see a lot of what you saw tonight from them for 2 games. So Mavericks really got to get back to work. Like I say, attention to detail. They don't lose faceoffs. That's just one of the things that the Mavericks have done exceptionally well since Mike Hastings got here. They win the faceoff battle every night, and when they get beat the way they did tonight on that's just one of the things where you go, well, they're just not right. But they still battled back, gave it a heck of a go, and made a mistake late.
See what the Mavericks can learn from this. A little slow start. They paid a price tonight, and hopefully the Mavericks can regroup again and get on the road to go out to Michigan next weekend. Again, our next broadcast, November 11th and 12th, with Bemidji State, the Beavers in town for the weekend series. And, of course, then the weekend after that, the Gophers, the home and home. So 3 big games coming up here after this weekend trip out to Michigan. We look forward to those, and we hope you will join us at that time. We'd rather see you down here in the building, but if not, again, Friday the 11th, we're back on the air here on the Maverick Hockey Weekend for the series between the Mavericks and the Beavers. For Dan McCarger and Don Westfall, the rest of the students from Bethany Lutheran College who brought you tonight's broadcast, once again, tonight's final score, Ferris State 4, Minnesota State Mankato 3.